So the Highwomen, I don't know.
Highwomen.
They have 3 tracks out now. Highwoman, something about girls.
Crowded Table, I believe,
rebuilding
and then redesigning women.
Redesigning women, and then Crowded Table. I listened to them on the way to work today, in the order that they're listed. So Highwomen, Redesigned Women, and Crowded Table or whatever. And I was just bored the first 2 songs. Like, they're country songs, which I understand. They're stone cold country, but I don't like them. I liked Crowded Table a lot. I really did like that song. But the first two...
and that's fair. I really liked... I've liked all of them. I think they get a really neat sound when they're all harmonizing together. But I also really like that, to me, Carlisle's voice kind of like sticks out even when they're harmonizing, and I love that because I think she's incredible. I really liked all of it, and so I thought it was funny when I saw on the internet that there were a lot of people that were like really angry because like the reason I texted you that we had to talk about it is because they did the song Highwomen, and it's a redo of Highwayman, or Highwaymen, whatever they called their song. And there was a bunch of people that were really pissed. Like, I saw comments from people that were saying, like, this is worse than, like, Mitchell Tenpenny. I'm like, no, it's fucking not. Like, even if you, like, because like you said, like, you just were bored by it, that's completely fine. That's a rational, it's just not my thing take. And that's totally understandable. You're not going to get everyone to like everything. But the people that were just like, it's an offense to country music everywhere, that they're whatever. I'm like, okay, it would be like a really annoying thing if they took the Highwaymen song, like the actual one that they did back in the day, and did a word for word redo of it. Mm-hmm. The fact that they rewrote it and made it their own thing, I thought was great because it was still a fucking stone cold country song, so you can't be pissed off about them turning it into a shitty pop song. And 2, like I said, it would be really annoying if they just covered it, and because like they've been talking about how they don't want to be just considered a redo of the Highwaymen. They're their own thing. So redoing that song is kind of an interesting choice, but at the same time, the fact that they did it different, I'm like, no, it's a country as fuck song, and I have no problem with it.
Well, that's where my complaint with the song comes in, because I first heard it and I was just like, it sounds like the song, so I was like, I don't know if it's just a quick tribute or if they did it, but it's like just a complete redo of the song. But the annoying thing about it is, all right, like I didn't know that quote where they're like, they want to do their own thing, they don't want to be them, but they redo a song, and the thing about it is they're acting like they're all talented people. I'm not trying to shit on them. They're all talented. They're all great. They're all, they have their fan bases. But they're acting like they're on the same level as the Highwaymen. The Highwaymen is 4 of the greatest country legends of all time getting together and singing songs together. These are just 4 women who it's 3 country stars and a pop star getting together and singing songs, acting like they're on that same level as them, and they're feminizing something that wasn't an issue before. It's not like both songs, those first 2 that I was bored by, I was bored because the album might as well be called Feminism or Bust. Like, it's the Highwomen one, it's like they're making something that was just a song about 4 types of people who exist in the world into we're 4 women doing 4 women things. And then the Redesigning Women was just, it's the stereotypical woman anthem of we're not the stereotypical women thing.
And I put it as, I don't see it as anything different than I don't want to use Shania Twain as an example because her music bugs the shit out of me anyway, so that's just not a good comparison. But something like that.
She's
was like
90s country.
It would be like, I'm just thinking like just a rational brain, just thinking that if these people got together to sing a song together and they didn't have these leanings in the lyrics, I would be very confused by it. So I'm not going to be upset at them for doing it. It's like the same thing with Jason Isbell. When Jason Isbell makes a song that he's upset about this, that, and the other thing because of his political leanings, I know him and I know that that's what he thinks, and so it'd be really weird for him to go contrary to that. So that's what I look at with them is like, if they didn't have a song that was basically a woman anthem, why did they get together to make an album? You know?
My only thing is the first 2 tracks off the album are both that. Like, it's not one and then moving on.
Yeah.
Like, it would be like
so
if
that's
Jason
where
Isbell's Nashville Sound had like 4 songs that were pretty much that white people suck song.
Yeah, I also think that might also be because of the fact that you listened to them today just in a row. Because Redesigning Women was the first one I heard, and I heard it several weeks ago. And then I listened to Highwomen and Crowded Table the other day when I realized they were both out. And so I kind of took it differently, where I was like, okay, they got Redesigning Women. It's their woman anthem. It was obviously going to be the first song they put out there as a group, and I was more struck by the fact that it was not pop at all. Like, that was my first thought, was thank God these people that got together with Maren Morris as one of the figureheads didn't make a shitty pop song. Like, that was really all I thought about. And then I listened to the other ones, and I'm like, okay, so this is clearly the sound they're going for. It's going to be a country sound. I don't have any problems at all.
No, I agree, but it's like, I think of that, and then I think of the Pistol Annies are doing it better. They just sing stone cold country songs, and they're not sitting there trying, like, other than like I Got My Name Changed Back, but that's just a breakup song in a way. It's just a divorce song.
But I also don't know if I agree with you when you're saying that they're trying beyond just the name of the group, which I'll give you that. But beyond the name of the group, I don't think they're trying to like say that, look, we're just like the Highwaymen. We're 4 superstars getting together to make a supergroup. I think it's the people who write about them that are portraying them in that light.
That's true.
You know?
Yeah.
So that's really just where I'm coming from, is that I listen to their songs, and the songs themselves, I'm like, I got no issues here whatsoever. I don't understand the hate. But that's also just like, I don't care about their feminist anthem just as a thing. Like, I don't really care about it, but I listen to it, I'm like, no, this sounds great.
Well, yeah, I guess if I don't go on Twitter ever other than when to post shit from our Twitter account, and I guess it was more of, I'm seeing it as, I know, like, that fucking Melissa Moss or whatever her name is, she's gonna just praise this for years, sure. And so everyone's gonna say like how this is the album of the decade and all that.
Yeah,
and that they're gonna overblow it because of the feminist.
Yeah, and I have seen already, like, you know, back and forths between people in a woke off about who cares more about how they're fucking doing this, that, or the other thing. And so I'm honestly just ignoring all of that shit, because there's plenty of that in the world anyway. Like literally, like, Jason Isbell got in a fucking Twitter argument with Ben Shapiro this week. So there was a whole bunch of people staking fucking their ground, yelling back and forth at each other. I'm like, I don't give a fuck at all about this, because Jason Isbell is an incredible musician, and I know he has the feelings that he has, and I'm not going to let that ruin the music for me. I'm not going to fucking do it. So I guess I'm just kind of, I don't know. I've gotten so sick of people doing that, you know, stick to music shit. It's like, do you know what music is, man? Like, what the fuck are you even talking about?
Remember how John Lennon always stuck to music and didn't?
It's just nonsense to be upset at someone for singing like a protest song, because that's fucking like most of the popular music of the last 100 years are protest songs.
Exactly. What the fuck was I gonna say?
Women bad.
Women bad, men good, America.
Which is also what this fucking, like, our entire argument's probably going to get boiled down to for someone who's they're just talking about how women shouldn't be allowed to sing in public. And you know what? That's right. No.
What I was going to say was how Casey Musgraves has now become, like, the icon of gay people. And it's just like, one, she's straight and she's married to a man, unlike some Brandi Carlile is actually a lesbian.
Yeah.
And, like, but somehow, just because she puts out a fucking album that has a song called Rainbow on it, and it's all pretty and colorful, and she dresses weird.
No, it's because she had that disco song, and so everyone was like, I'm a country fan now because there's a disco song. And it's like, it's a disco song.
which I like that song, but yeah, suddenly that album's like record of the year and all. It's
it really bugged me that Casey Musgraves won the overall album of the year because Brandi Carlile's album is superior in every way, and that's just a fact. Mm-hmm. It's just a fact.
And then, because you can already see that this is going to win Collaboration of the Year, Group of the Year.
Oh, for sure. It's going to win a bunch of things.
Because it's going to be that whole thing of how people always complain that there's no women in country, which is a valid argument. I'm not belittling that. But they're going to overcompensate by giving this everything.
Yes. I reserve the right to be annoyed in the future after the album is completely released, and then I get to witness the reaction to it. So I want to put that out there. But my current thought is really, I mean, honestly, my whole stance really is just that the people who say that it's worse than the shitty pop country just because they're angry about what they have to say is like, just fucking grow up, man.
Yeah, that's where the argument of your fragile masculinity is going to come into play.
Exactly, and that's what bugs me. It's like, fuck off. Just fuck off, man. Yeah. Just fuck off.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, so we're gonna get hashtag canceled.
Yep.
Before that,
not the first time.